In a city where rain fell harder than hope, lived Lena, a single mother who cleaned offices at night and sold flowers by day. Her hands were raw, her coat was thin, but her eyes only shone when she looked at her 6-year-old son, Sam. Sam never asked for toys. He never complained about the tiny room they shared above a laundromat. But every single morning, he would press his nose to the bakery window and whisper, "One day, Mama, I'll buy us warm bread." Christmas was just around the corner, and the city glittered, but it felt like a world away for them. One afternoon, Lena found a flyer that made her heart leap. Free winter coat and shoes for children. Community center. Sam's shoes were split at the sole, held together by string. She walked 5 miles in the snow to get there. Breathless and shivering, she finally arrived only to be handed a small box by a volunteer. "Last pair," the volunteer said gently. "Only one set left, and it's for a child." Lena opened it. Inside was a thick, beautiful red winter coat and one tiny red shoe. The volunteer looked away, embarrassed. "We ran out of pairs. Someone must have taken the other one by mistake." But Lena's smile didn't fade. "One is enough," she said softly. That night, she tucked Sam into bed, placing the warm red coat over his shoulders. She slipped the single red shoe onto his left foot. On his right, she carefully wrapped his old worn-out shoe in extra cloth to keep it dry. "He'll never notice," she whispered to herself. "He'll be warm. That's all that matters." The next morning, Sam saw his new coat and the one red shoe. He didn't say a word, but his eyes filled with tears. At school, the other children pointed and whispered, "Why do you have only one red shoe?" Sam looked down for a moment, then he lifted his chin high. "Because my mama gave me her luck first," he said, his voice quiet but firm. That afternoon, Lena waited outside the school, her head down, feeling a wave of shame. She felt like she'd failed him again, but then she heard footsteps, and Sam came running. He threw his arms around her waist and pressed a crumpled piece of paper into her hand. It was a drawing. On it, a woman with tired eyes held a child. Above their heads, 2 red shoes floated like hearts. At the bottom, scribbled in crayon, were the words, "My hero has no shoes, but she walks so I can fly." Lena collapsed to her knees in the snow and wept not from sorrow, but from absolute awe. Her son hadn't seen what was missing. He had seen the love behind the sacrifice. That very night, a stranger knocked on their door. It was one of Sam's teachers who had seen the drawing. Without a word, she handed Lena a small envelope. Inside was some money, warm socks, and a brand new pair of red shoes, an adult size. The note attached simply said, "Heroes deserve dry feet too." Years later, Sam became a doctor, and every single winter he donates coats and pairs of bright red shoes to children in need. When people ask him why, he always tells them the same thing: "Because once a woman gave me half of everything she had, and it was more than enough to save my soul." The story reminds us that love doesn't count what it gives. It gives until there's nothing left, and it still calls that enough. The world might see poverty, but a child's heart sees sacrifice as something sacred. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more.